here and now today.
Yes, indeed, friends. This is the moment. I want to thank all of you for being here and being here on the live, because when you're live, you thrive, and on the replay, you get to play again. You get a ring of the victory bell for being here and being amazing. And you know who else is amazing? My next guest. And let me tell you all about her. Now, this is my new best friend, Sandra Noble. She's just amazing because as a transformational life coach, she helps entrepreneurs, consultants, and professionals unlock their potential and professional potential, their personal and professional potential. Drawing from over 40 years in IT consulting and decades of transformational success principles, Sandra empowers her clients to design fulfilling lives along with sustainable business success. She's a certified dream builder coach and co-author of 2 best-selling books. Through her Power of Your Vision workshops and signature coaching programs, Sandra equips high achievers to break through limitations, reignite purpose, and achieve greater results than ever before. So without any further delay, please welcome my new best friend, the one, the only, Sandra Noble. Welcome to the show, Sandra. How are you doing today?
Wonderful. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Yeah, and the echo.
Okay, let me.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's just more of you to love, right? And if you want to love more, click the link down below so that you can leave comments on the live as well. So let's just dive right in. And we're always going to have fun with tech. Don't worry about it. So let's just. I want to ask you, like, how did you get into imposter syndrome and why? Because you had stated that you started in IT. And so why the transition?
Just because in my life, I wasn't always showing up the way I should. And I didn't know I was supposed to show up in my authentic self, And so I had some hiccups along the way. I started out being the smartest kid in the room, and then something happened when I went to high school. I went to an all-girls high school for above average girls, and I found out among the above average, I wasn't above average. So I started high school in 9th grade, and they put me in the accelerated classes across the board. And then it quickly became clear that I was misplaced. So I had to, my claim to fame was being smart. And then when I wasn't so smart.
I like smart people. I get along with smart people.
Yeah. And, and I am smart, but among the gifted, I wasn't a superstar. And so that was a big blow to my self-esteem. And so I started kind of doubting myself and kind of not wanting to feeling less than, and part of imposter syndrome is the big comparing yourself to others.
Indeed.
And so I was, brighter than some, but not as bright as the ones, I was around in high school, and then in college, there were more of those. I was had a weight problem, wasn't as thin and cute as other people. And
I'm sure you were looking at that. Just too pretty to be today. Man, if I was younger.
I was, and so that was part of it. Is just, and even and I have somewhat of an eating disorder, and even with the eating disorder, just among those, a lot of them had big traumas that caused them to have the eating disorder. And
Yeah.
I didn't have the big traumas. So I was a fake eating disorder person, like I didn't
Oh,
even do that right, so I was just very shame based in a lot of my life. And um, so I had to overcome some of the aspects of imposter syndrome to get out of that shame
yeah.
spiral.
Right. So let's dive into that. Like, explain for the audience that may not know what is imposter syndrome and why is it a problem?
So imposter syndrome manifests in a lot of ways. It can cause you to overwork or over prepare, hide your brilliance, um, wear a mask, and
Hmm.
not just in general, not show up as your authentic self. So,
Yeah.
imposter syndrome is that feeling that there's something wrong with you, and that um, they're going to find out that you're not as great, smart, successful, whatever, as
Right.
they think you are, and so you have to hide because they'll find out, and they won't like me and they'll judge me. And so,
Yep.
that tied into all my shame and fear of rejection, fear of judgment.
So,
Um,
and you know, I do a lot of speaker training. I just came from a sales training program today where I'm teaching people how to refine their sales techniques. I just gave a speaker confidence workshop to Pfizer last week, and I just booked a gig with Dr. Klein for next month. So this starting point of this imposter syndrome, tell us a little bit like what's if you had to give like one strategy to the audience that they could overcome their imposter syndrome, what would you tell them?
the one strategy is believe in yourself and your value, and
Hmm.
that the world is waiting to
I love it.
hear what you uniquely have to offer, to receive what you uniquely have to offer. And you're doing a disservice to the world by not being you.
Indeed. Now you have a gift for everybody so that they can start to get on their journey of stopping imposter syndrome. So, when they click on that link down below, like, what are they gonna get?
So they're going to get just a little checklist to kind of reset
Uh-huh.
their thinking. So when imposter syndrome shows up, and it manifests in various ways as perfectionist, the soloist, the natural genius, um, the superhuman, and so you just notice on a daily basis in 5 minutes. It's a little checklist that you can go through in 5 minutes to just kind of do an assessment when you feel like you want to shrink and you want to put on a mask and you want to hide your
Mhm.
brilliance, to
I
just
love
pick
it.
it
I love
up
it.
and just kind
Mhm.
of reset your thinking.
Gotcha. I love it. To get a victory belt for that, please, folks that are getting value from that, please click on that link down below and also comment in the comment value and tell me what is your biggest takeaway so far. Now, as part of our sponsorship for this week, I mean, I'm just going to say, last month was Autism Awareness Month. I don't know if you all know, but I am sponsoring my son's book, and check it out. All right, theshadowsbook.com,
What?
and we have been donating 50% to like neurodiverse charity for the Elwyn School. So make sure if you have not done so, make sure you take a look at that and see if that's for you and how you can inspire others by showing how a teen author on the spectrum can change the world. All right. Now, last chance. Click Sandra's gift down below before we move on to our next segment because I want to find out more about this amazing individual here. Sandra, this is what I call like the speed round. We want to just get to know you as a person because people don't do it in business; they do it in person first. Tell me a little bit more about where did you grow up and how did you grow up?
So I grew up in Philadelphia, where you live now.
Woo! Billy!
Yay!
Go Eagles!
And one brother, two
Hmm.
parents. So typical family, maybe not so typical, but um, both parents worked. In my early
Hmm.
years, um, my mother was home a little bit, and then
Yeah.
she was at school, crossing
Yeah.
guard. Um, and so, as I say, I went to an elementary school where there was no cafeteria, so we would go and come back
Yeah.
um, for lunch, and then uh, local junior high, and then this above average girl kind of magnet school
Yeah.
in Philadelphia that I went to. And then I graduated and went to college
Yep.
in Reading, Pennsylvania, which is nearby. And I was a math major.
Yes. I love smart girls. Good for
And
you.
I was always good at math. And just a little side note, my brother is a year older than me, and he
Hmm.
was always good at math. And one of the our interactions growing up is like if he learned something in math that he had trouble with, he would teach it to me, and then I'd work on it with him. So
Ah, nice.
yeah.
You
So
guys
when
just do
I
that.
yeah, when I told him
So
I was
then,
going to be a math major, he says, "Well, you don't
pretty
like math
cool.
more than
Yeah.
me."
Now, growing up, um, I'm sure certain things may have inspired you. Was there like a favorite movie or favorite book that helped kind of shape the way that you think today?
You know, I guess I'm a late bloomer. I read a lot when I
Uh
was
huh.
younger, and my philosophies now have evolved really post college. And so, I mean, like, there were people that I met like in college and right after college that were doing personal development work and reading self-help books. And
Yeah.
my thought was, why would you do that? Like, that's where I was at the time. But
Yeah.
I think so. My evolution, it has been an evolution. It's not, a sudden thing. It's an evolved thing. It's like, even though I wasn't seeking that,
Yeah.
people around me, I kept attracting people who were in that space because I was high school and college very negative. Um, Talked about suicide a lot. I was just I felt like life kept getting worse, so why keep living? You know?
Hmm.
And and that's interesting to remember because when you hear of that happening now,
Yeah.
your first thought is, why would they do that? And then it's like, well, back then, I remember it made a lot of sense. Now, I never actually tried it,
Right.
but you know, I believe in God, and for some reason, God kept bringing people to enlighten me.
Oh, I love it.
Like reading inspirational books
Hmm.
and new types of religious and spiritual beliefs
Hmm.
that I was in traditional Christianity. My mother was Sunday school teacher. We went to church every Sunday. Um, and all that served me well. But in college, I kind of got turned off with God. Like,
Hmm.
you weren't. I never disbelieved him, but it's like, you're not helping me the way I need you to help me. You you let me down. So just I had a lot of that kind of stuff going on. And as I say, just surround kept seeing people who were living
Hmm.
life the way I wanted to live it. And when I switched from the traditional
Yeah.
religion to others, I saw two people doing life kind of the way I wanted, and they were both in kind of similar groups. And I
Gotcha.
just chose to follow one of them, and I've kind of
Hmm.
continued on that path. So,
Gotcha. I love it.
yeah, so just
So,
observing other people and being willing to change.
Got it. I love that. And now, growing up along the way, you must have loved music too. What is your favorite kind of music? Or maybe what's your favorite song or artist?
Well, I liked well, rock and roll was it, and
Woo!
I like to dance, so
Nice.
I always even today dance. And I have a friend who's also a love coach. She says, and it's like, think of the things that you like and how often do you do it? So
Right.
it's like, and I don't do it as much as I would like right now, but every once in a while still have a radio. I'll just turn on the music station and just dance. So
I love it. Just crank it out and just let the music flow. I love it.
yeah,
Very cool.
yeah.
What about no, what's your favorite quote? What's something that inspires you? Or maybe a fun fact about you. You're not sure about a quote.
A fun fact.
Yeah. Where'd you get that detail that you're wearing? Oh my God.
And I don't even remember where I got it.
It's so beautiful. It's so pretty.
Thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's lots of them. A lot of them from the Bible, and
Yep.
just believing that I can do all things.
Yep.
Inspires me. Why am I blanking out? And I surround myself with I know a lot of ministers, a lot of spiritual people now,
Yeah.
that say a lot of profound things.
Yeah.
I'm blanking out right now. I don't really have
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay. Well, then here's an easy question. What is your favorite food?
So it's changed over the years, and I just like food. I like I've done, macrobiotic, I've done raw food, I've done all kinds of food. I like Indian food. That's one of my favorites. I like Thai food.
Thank you for that.
Bell for the Indian food. Yeah.
Well, my wife's Indian. Her Indian cooking is awesome. But she makes Italian food great. She makes Mexican food great. She just makes American food great. I don't know. She's just awesome. So I like that.
Yeah. So I guess my favorite food I would say is saag. Like if I go to a restaurant, I usually get chicken
Right,
saag.
like a saag paneer or something like that.
But I have a vegetarian saag that I've made, and the last time I made it was just perfect. So yes. So saag.
We'll have you both come over and make your favorite dish sometime. We'll have to have like a picnic or something. We'll invite some friends over and have a barbecue too. All right. We're gonna move on to our next segment, but I want to ask you one more question. What do you want people to recall about you in the future?
That I went for the gusto, that I, didn't stop learning and doing and being, I'm way in the senior category.
There is no senior category. I'm going to live to 150. So I'll be dancing. I'm 100, 125. I'll be out there on the dance floor. No one's going to stop me. I don't think no one's going to stop you either.
Yes.
Right,
yes.
Sandra?
Yes.
All right. Well, so listen. Before we shift over to our next segment, make sure once again you get a chance to grab her link down below. There it is. And start to learn what are your trigger points? What are the different types of imposter syndrome that affects people? And make sure you grab that. And so, Sandra, you've been wonderful. Thank you so much. Hang on to that thought. Hello? New Delhi restaurant? Yeah. I heard that Sandra really loves Indian food. We're gonna have you send a pallet of it into the green room. Yeah, thanks. All right. So that was my totally real call to the restaurant. You can have some stock in here and everything else in there, and make sure you save me some because I'm hungry too. And thank you so much, Sandra. You've been wonderful. I will bring you right back after our 60-second mind shift. Now,
Okay.
while she is working on all that food, man, it's making me hungry now. I got to ask you something. How do you start making a change in your life? Well, sometimes you got to make a big splash.
When you throw a rock into a lake, what happens? No, there's a splash. You make an impact, and then you get waves. And then you don't know where those waves are going. Those waves are going past around the reeds, and you don't know where that impact is. So all of you out there, when you're on stage, you don't know where your impact is going to end. It's never going to end.
All right, folks. In today's segment of the 60-second mind shift, I want to ask you something. What is imposter syndrome, and why is it that people feel like super qualified, expert people? Why do they feel like they're not good enough? I want to ask you something, because I just went through this last week with somebody, and I just got off a Toastmasters call explaining the same thing. I boil it down to this. So when I give my speaker conference workshop to a Fortune 500 companies, and I've given this past 7 years to major billion-dollar companies like Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, to GlaxoSmithKline, to Cencora, to AbbVie. I hear the same thing over and over again. All right? Two things. Number one is lack of preparation, and number two is fear of judgment. So if you're unprepared going into a meeting, you're going to feel like you're an imposter. Like, why should I be the one sharing this information? I'm not even prepared for this. We all feel that. So that's something that we definitely have control over. And here's something else. Fear of judgment. Feeling the VP in the room, all eyes are on you. I hope they don't have too many ahs and ums. Guess what? You also don't need to worry about that, because you have no control over that either. And 90% of the people are not listening for the same thing as you think that they need to hear. So you don't have to worry about that, right? Because a lot of people listen to answer instead of listening to understand. Now, you, as a future powerful communicator, I'm going to ask you to do two things. Number one, prepare as best you can. That will help to reduce that imposter syndrome partially. The second thing is let go of that belief that people are judging you. They're not. They're not. You're judging yourself more than other people are judging you. So if you start thinking about it that way, now all of a sudden you start to take extreme ownership of your life and your vocal authority. And for those that don't know what I mean, go upstairs right there, professionalspeaker.us, take our speaker authority quiz. It's a free assessment, and find out with me, because then that's what we're going to help you with and make sure that you start to find the vocal power that you need to change your life. All right, so let's bring Sandra back and see if she saved me any food. All right, Sandra, how was all the Indian food in the green room? Did you save me any?
Yum, yum.
So what was your biggest takeaway from that short training, and what would you add to it?
So you mentioned about the preparation, and preparation is good, and repetition brings about preparation, but then there comes a point where you get to the point of unconscious competence, and you just have to trust that you know what you know, and I heard a lady say, I'll open my mouth and God will fill it. I like it. I love that. And so trust that, I believe that there's a mosaic going on, that we meet people, it's not by accident, and that people are in my space to hear what I have to say. I used to shrink from talking about certain things about my beliefs or whatever, and it's like I came to believe that people wouldn't be there unless they were here to hear what I uniquely had to say. They may not consciously feel like it, and they may go away and 20 years later decide, oh, I remember her saying that years ago. So that's one thing. And then the judgment thing, that's big, because that's, fear of rejection and all that kind of stuff. And people are very interested in themselves. They're not that interested.
Don't worry about it. Do what you came there to do. All right, Sandra, that's been wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. Got one last question for you. If somebody gave you $100 million, what would be your grand vision to change the world?
Well, in these days, it have to be more than 100 million. It'd have to be 100
Yeah,
billion.
yeah. Oh, that's right there.
And and I've thought about that, and there are so many issues in the world, like food insecurity. In the United States is more fixable than some other countries where there might be droughts or, environmental things that are preventing, the distribution of food and governmental things. So since food is near and dear to me, that's one thing that I would think that I would fix, try and fix the food insecurity and food quality. So
Yes.
I as much as I can, I like to do organic stuff. And
Next word.
that includes supporting organic farmers, the small farmers, the local farmers, so that they can give us the quality, because everyone it's known that in the United States we eat stuff that other countries do not allow people to eat.
Gotcha. All right. Well, thank you so much, Sandra. That's been amazing. We're gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna ask everybody out there, go out there, go be great, and don't be scared of your voice. You have a powerful voice, and people need to hear it. Don't be afraid to share it with everybody. So this is Coach Roger, and as always, don't fake it till you make it. Believe it and become it. And we'll see everybody on the next show. Bye. All right, great job. I want to see this. Did it work? Let's see our people clicking on the poll. Look at that. The poll. That's a cool new feature. You got to play around with that next time.
Okay.
Anyway. All right. So, Sandra, 3 quick questions, and we're out of here. Number 1, you could have come on any show, any podcast. Why did you pick mine? Why me?
Well, as I say, I was reaching out to you because you had picked up my Imposter workbook, and then I know just from breakouts from other things, I've heard you mention imposter syndrome. So, as I said, when we had the conversation, I said, "Aren't you the one also talking on this?" So,
And I don't have scarcity mindset. I think there's plenty of clients for everybody. That's why I uplift others. That's my goal. And whatever happens, and karma's a real thing. I think if I uplift a lot of people, more people will find me too. So I think it's a win-win both ways.
Yeah.
What about what was your biggest takeaway from the show today?
Well, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
You did better than you thought?
Well, just
good.
Yeah, it was okay.
All right, good. Yeah. It's not as scary as everybody thinks, right? Yeah. This is actually fun. I tell everybody, remember, like my show is like Vin Diesel, fast, furious, and fun, right? So you always have a good time here. All right, last question. We're out of here. Scale of 1 to 10. How much would you recommend me to somebody else's stage?
Oh, I thought it was great. Yeah, I would definitely recommend you. Yeah.
Perfect. I love it. All right, folks. Thanks. The podcast who knows what to do from here, and we are out of here. See you later. All right.